everyone! So the countdown to NaNoWriMo begins. With NaNoWriMo only being a month away, it's time to start pre-writing and getting your novel around for when November comes. And if you're not familiar with NaNoWriMo, check out the link above and it will take you to a video that introduces NaNoWriMo. So to begin with, I thought we'd talk about characters today. So getting to know your characters as well as an actual person is pretty important. You want to be able to hold conversations with your main characters. You don't actually have to, but you need to be able to. Or you could be like me and actually talk to them all the time so that they become so real you forget that they're not real. You want to know everything about them, like what they do when they get up in the morning, what they do when they go to bed, and there's a few different ways to get to know your characters. One of the best ways I learned is actually taking a dating profile, an online dating profile, and filling that out. So that's what I'm going to do here with you today. I'm going to outline one of my favorite characters from the novel that I have in my head, and his name is Xavier Gonzalez. And I'm going to go ahead and answer the questions on this dating profile so that you get an idea of who he is, so you can go ahead and do that with your own characters. He's supposed to be the comical character in the novel to kind of lighten the mood of the novel because it is a little dark. So I'm going to go ahead then and start with this dating profile, and let's create Xavier. So this dating profile is pulled from The Stranger. It's my teacher found it a long time ago and gave us a whole bunch of copies of it, and I've kept it all this time. So I really like this one. It's kind of funny, which helps for doing a character like Xavier who needs that comedy. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is, what is your current relationship status? Xavier is single. He does date around a little bit, but it's never serious, and he's not like a player. He just doesn't really find much interest in dating at the moment. He's a boy. It'll happen. All right, the next question is, what are you looking for? And with the choices they give, his would be more casual dating. What is your body type? Let's see here. Slender, average, full figure, need the gym, big and beautiful, few extra pounds, fat, large, petite, curvy, heavyset, muscular, stocky, height, weight, proportionate, and decomposing. Those are the options it lists. Well, he's not a zombie, so he's not decomposing. He is what would be considered petite. He's kind of like a stick figure. Next one is, what color are your eyes? His eyes are green. Height is about 5'11". What is your hair color? He has black hair. Yes, the story takes place in a post-apocalyptic world, so I also have that element to add to it, so it makes some of these questions a little difficult. But even if they don't take place in a world that we live in where these questions actually apply, it's a good thing still to fill it out for every question, because then you get to know your characters a little better. It makes them a more full character that you could actually hold conversations with. So the next is, what is your education level? Like I just said, it's a little bit difficult in that world, but he is 18 years old and just graduated. Well, not everybody graduates at 18. It just depends on when their parents put them in through school. Hi guys. Bye Xavier. Bam. Next question is, what is your ethnicity? Which of course he's Hispanic. Easy enough. And his occupation. He is a construction worker. There aren't very many jobs available. In the world they live in, it's mostly just the jobs that are kind of necessary, like farming, construction worker. There's doctors. They do have like a security sort of thing going on. Do you smoke? No. He's just not into that sort of thing. And the next question, do you drink? That's a no too. He probably would drink a little bit here and there if there was alcohol available, but it's really hard to get alcohol in the world that they live in. Alright, how do you get around town? He bikes. How do you spend your free time? Well, if he didn't live in the real world, I feel like he would be the type of person to watch a lot of movies. He likes hanging out with his friends and joking around, maybe even pulling some pranks. And he also likes cooking and biking. So the next question is, the funniest thing in the world is a monkey on roller skates, a squirrel smoking a cigarette, and a man chasing a dog, and the dog has a ham in its mouth. Out of those options, he would probably find a monkey on roller skates the funniest. And you might ask why I chose that. I mean, it seems like a pretty random thing, but it actually makes sense for him. For one thing, he doesn't really find smoking and all that kind of thing funny. And out of the two of them, because what are your odds of seeing a monkey on roller skates versus seeing a man chasing a dog with ham in his mouth? You're more likely to see the man with the ham, and he's more eccentric and out there. So that's just his character. The next question is, I consider myself an open-minded person, but my deal breakers are when people crack their knuckles, because that's one of his biggest pet peeves, and when people are snarky with him, like, being a smartass to him. He's not a big fan of that sort of thing, so he probably wouldn't get along well with me. Design your ideal mate. The brain of a donkey and the body of Aphrodite. Something I said I'd never do but did anyway was get out of bed in the morning. The quickest way to my heart is by saying the food I cook is the best food you've ever eaten in your entire life. The quickest way to my bed is by saying that the food I cook is the best food you've ever eaten in your life. A fault my friends tease me about is the scar on my forehead I got from when my father dropped me when I was a baby. The last show I saw was The Three Stooges. One sport I will never get is anything that involves movement. Alright, so here's the last page of questions on this dating profile. Sorry if it's getting a little long. Electric or acoustic? Definitely electric for him. Early bird or night owl? Definitely a night owl. He does not like to get out of bed in the morning. Snorer or sleep talker? Definitely a sleep talker. Black or cream and sugar? Black. Definitely black coffee, which is always the best. Tent or hotel? Definitely a hotel for him. He's not a nature person. Vampire or zombie? Zombie. Casket or cremation? He would definitely choose a casket. Let his legacy live on forever. Bath or shower? Shower. Crunchy or smooth? He likes crunchy. More flavor. Alright, so that's it for the dating profile. I hope you got a good sense of who Xavier was so that you can understand how these can really help you figure out your character. Xavier seems like a real person to me. They need to be real to you. Because otherwise, how are you going to make them real to the audience if you can't even see them as being real? I will be posting videos the next couple weeks on NaNoWriMo, on different things that will help prepare you for NaNoWriMo, since it's coming up really quickly and I'm so excited. Feel free to share some of your characters below. I'd love to hear what kind of characters you come up with. And just make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!